back. This week, a viral video showed stars like Scarlett Johansson, David Schwimmer, Steven Spielberg, slamming Kanye West for his anti-Semitism. It turns out it was all AI generated.
Yeah, one of those stars in it, Scarlett Johansson, spoke out about the unauthorized use of her likeness, saying while she is a Jewish woman who has no tolerance for anti-Semitism, she also says we must call out the misuse of AI. Joining us to weigh in is intellectual property and patent attorney J.D. Harriman. Thank you so much for being here with us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So that viral video, so many people saw it. It had a powerful message, and then it was surprising to learn, oh my gosh, it's AI.
It looks so real.
So do celebrities, important message, I'm sure many of them would be behind it, but did they have anything to protect themselves from being used in that way without, authorization? Because it looks very real.
Right, and they're really upset about it. This is the second time it's happened to Scarlett Johansson. She was involved with the voice for the OpenAI system, and she's right to be mad about it because this was completely actionable and illegal what was done here. They have the rights to their name, image, and likeness, their copyright issues, trademark issues, and right of publicity. All these things were violated by this video. Even if you agree with the
messaging,
right.
It's like sort of beside the point. It's like, yes, but this could have been any message. It could have been a message that they're not necessarily behind. And then at that case, it's even more damaging. What is the core legal dispute at issue?
The core legal dispute is mostly copyright. So you have the right to make copies of yourself and to make derivative works of your life and your trademark and your likeness, and that's what's at issue here. And there are existing laws that cover that. Again, I know Scarlett Johansson said we need more laws to protect it, but we have laws to act on this if they were enforced.
Okay. Is enforcement an issue when it comes to AI?
It's no different than typical copyright infringement. So if someone were to make a bootleg copy of one of her movies, it's really the same law applies here, and you just have to enforce it. It's tough with AI. Enforcement may be tricky. I think we've seen good takedown procedures at YouTube, and they need to be implemented maybe at TikTok and other places where they could be quickly taken down if the rights holders do protest.
And as artificial intelligence becomes more intense, I mean, we're only seeing like this first chapter of it. Where do you see the real issue being?
AI is like Velcro. It's great. It sticks to everything. It makes your life easier, but it can also take all your money. So you have to be really careful. It's getting more and more powerful. I think that people most affected right now are Scarlett Johansson and my grandmother, because there are these voice cloning systems that make you think that it's a family member calling and try to get you to pay money, and it sounds exactly like a family member. Very dangerous stuff going on.
Let's talk about the scammers. So my husband actually did a story on that. They did the AI voice with him, and it was a scam. It didn't work on me. It did work on his mom.
But it didn't work on you. Did you already know?
I just could tell that that wasn't what he would be saying. It was just weird. So if someone does have this happen to them, if their voice is cloned, does the average person have anything they can do legally?
Yes, that's the same kind of violation of rights that would apply to celebrities. And they can take action if they can find the people. It's like with any scammer, how do you find them and enforce those rights? But there are laws in place for that. The real danger, though, is getting fooled and having to go after them to get your money back. If this happens, if anything seems suspicious, if a family member says, I have to use somebody else's phone because I'm in this trouble, and you have to act immediately, this sense of urgency creates the risk for the person. You have to be able to stay calm, hang up the phone, call them back on the number you know is theirs, see if they answer, or maybe have a family code word or two to help know that's a real person.
You've advised companies like Pixar and OpenAI on the IP policies. Do you have concerns about overreaching AI legislation as someone who's really in the trenches?
That is a great question, and I do.
Okay.
So Vice President Vance just spoke to the EU about AI. They spent a lot of time passing laws for AI, even though they barely have an AI industry in Europe,